All right, welcome back to the Slightly Better Than Average podcast.
Yep.
Episode 3.
We will catch up to those damned Rooster Teethers someday. We just have to release one every day for like 2.5 years.
Yeah. How many do they have?
They're like 460.
Oh, dude, we need to get on Joe Rogan level.
What is Joe Rogan?
1,200.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Is it weekly?
What?
Is it weekly?
It's either weekly or like twice a week. He's been doing it since 2011, though.
What would weekly be? 52 a year. 2011, hold on. Yeah, it's like... No, yeah, it'd be like... it's actually a little bit less than once a week on average. Because that's like...
Hold on. I can
Wait,
do the
6
math.
years.
I can do the math on
God,
this.
my brain. 52 times 6.
So let's...
It's like
3
1,200.
plus 3 is... Or 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
It's like 1,200 something or around there. It's over 1,000. What it is?
Let's see. I want to do the math on this.
The perfect math.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 6.
So he has 1,037
Okay.
podcasts. So 1,037 divided by 52.
Yeah.
That would take 20 years.
What?
Take 20 years to, if you did one a week, to do that many podcasts. If you did one a week, it would take that many years.
But there are 52 weeks in a year.
So he must do them multiple times in a week.
That math does not make sense.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now I have to do math.
No, it's 1,037 divided by 52 is 19.9423077.
But 52 times 6.
52 times 6. What are you
Like,
talking about?
What am I talking about?
I don't know.
I was fucking doing some crazy math though. So 312. So he does like 3 a week.
At some point, yeah.
On average.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know when I originally started listening to it back in 2011, he only did one a week. So at some point, I'm not caught up yet. So at some point
he jumped to like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it like becomes like his full-time job besides commentating UFC stuff.
Okay. He commentates UFC.
Yeah, he does almost
UFC.
every UFC.
Okay. Like Joe Buck does every playoff game for baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I know. I didn't think about it at first, and then when he said that, I was like, huh. And then I went back and watched a UFC video. I was like, now I hear him now.
Yeah, it's Joe Rogan. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So the first point of discussion before we end up on some fucking tangent is why does it seem like if you go back in the 80s and 90s, there's so many good bands and artists pumping out great music consistently, and then the 2000s hit, and then all of a sudden, like, if you weren't a pre-established band, the amount of good bands coming out per year dropped. Or at least it feels that way.
No, it definitely feels that way.
Like, there have been a couple like really good ones. Like Fall Out Boy was post 90s, and they released a lot of good music.
Yeah.
And there are some like smaller bands
Yeah.
that have come out, but like apart from that, it's a lot of like folky, everyone's Mumford and Sons, and then like pop artists who have.
And then I would add an additional one. I would say it's my own genre I created called radio metal.
What is radio metal?
It's basically anything that's played on WEBN. All those metal bands, metal in quotations, sound
metal.
exactly the same to me.
You're not sure who it is.
Yeah. Anytime I hear it, I'm like, I don't know who this is, but it sounds the same. It sounds like all the other ones.
Like, I guess there was that, like, 2008 to 2011, like, rush of...
It's basically like I don't dislike Five Finger Death Punch. They have a bunch of songs that I like, but there's like 30 other bands that copy them.
Yeah,
in their style.
Yeah, it's... Yeah,
and they're all played on that radio station.
Five Finger Death Punch was, like, a band that came out post-90s that was really good. And then they've been copied 1,000 times. Mumford & Sons, folky band, came out really good.
Yeah.
Been copied 1 billion times.
Yeah.
Because, and like, people are so desperate for good bands. There's a nationwide radio contest called Next to Rock, where like each regions are going to have multiple winners that are going to get signed to deals. Like, what the heck happened?
I definitely think, this is my theory.
Okay.
I think it only feels that way.
Okay.
And here's why. The bands that we want exist. They're just not on the radio and they're not popular.
That's fair. Like, like mainstream media won't allow them in
for some reason or another, which that is definitely could be it. They're just not on the radio.
Okay.
Because I think radio stations nowadays have like found their niche,
right?
And they just want that only.
Like in the 80s, it was only hair metal.
Yeah.
And like,
which is still better than most of the stuff we have now. Still I don't even like hair metal that much, but it's still better than most of the stuff we have now. I don't like
it, but it's great.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to include bands like Van Halen and stuff in there, then like obviously that's better than pretty much anything.
Like Van Halen, Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Whitesnake? I don't know how metal Whitesnake can be considered. They're a hair band, though.
Whitesnake is definitely hair metal, but they're on the low or the totem pole for me, at least. Right. I don't even like Twisted Sister. That's a famous hair metal band, but I don't like them at all.
You don't like Twisted Sister at all?
No, I don't. Dang. What's the song they did? We're Not Gonna Take It.
Yeah.
We're not gonna take it.
Yeah.
That's like, that song's catchy, but that's like their only...
Dude, fun fact, he had to go in front of like a Senate council to defend that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I watched a music video the other day. I was at a restaurant and they played the music video and I was like, this is like, you could see how it was like marketed as being super edgy. Yeah. But watching it compared to most stuff nowadays, I was watching it, I'm like, this isn't even close to being edgy. I would see this on like PBS Kids. Like,
yeah, for real, you really would.
Yeah.
It'd be like a Nickelodeon, what was that like Nickelodeon Kids SNL? All That?
All That, yeah.
It'd be like an All That skit if All That was still around.
Yeah. Oh, dude, rip.
Like,
fucking rip.
Rip.
Dude. That show was so funny.
Dude, iCarly.
Dude, I actually thought iCarly was hilarious.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. There were some really... I mean, it wasn't funny like 100% of the time, but there was a lot of moments where like there was some really funny stuff.
Yeah.
And plus Jeanette McCurdy.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah.
But...
Waifu.
But yeah, so your theory is that these bands do exist. And just either aren't being signed or they just aren't being played on.
Yeah, and the reason I know this is
except
because...
for like one station out here who plays music.
Yeah, the reason I know this is because like there's a lot of bands that I've like randomly found on iTunes through like going like 20 links deep into related bands.
Oh yeah.
And they're like unknown bands that exist in the like lower depths of iTunes like music library, and it's exactly what I wanted, but no one's ever heard of them, but they're like perfectly what I want.
I just can't say
Same thing for rap. Everyone's like, oh, rap nowadays is trash, and I agree. Pretty much any rap you would hear on the radio, besides maybe Kendrick Lamar, is probably garbage.
Yeah, any rap on the radio is pretty bad.
Yeah. Besides Kendrick Lamar, anything you would hear on the radio is pretty much garbage.
Yeah, definitely.
But then I discovered Joey Badass, who is like one of the greatest rappers of all time, and he's like our age.
But he's
like super old school. Like he does like 90s and early 2000s style like sampling and like rap styles and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I was listening to it on the way home from work.
Yeah.
And it's so good. But just not that many people know about him. I mean, he's semi-popular, but like not that many people know about him.
But he's not like
Kanye famous or something.
Logic.
Yeah.
Who like is just massive.
Yeah. Logic's okay, but
I haven't really invested enough time to make a judgment on Logic.
It's not my style. It's a little bit too modern.
He's fast, but I don't really feel it.
Yeah. It's basically like if you just want to listen to Rap God, everything sounds like Rap God to me.
So we were talking about this earlier. This is still on music, but also for Warhammer 40K, which we're gonna talk about later. It's fucking
awesome segue.
We're mixing shit right now. But we were talking about I turn on the radio. We're playing this fucking RPG, okay? And what the GM described as is like choir rap. So like imagine an entire choir rapping something, and I was like, that sounds amazing.
Oh, dude, it exists.
So I really want like an awesome like nation, like one of the best choirs in the nation to do like DNA.
Look at choir. Dude, that'd be sweet. Hold on, it exists. I'll show you.
Does it exist?
Yes, but it's terrible.
Oh.
Ghetto Gospel.
Ghetto Gospel.
This is the one this is the video I was thinking
of. Oh, Jesus.
Hold on. I'll cut this so we don't get like...
Okay.
Get like copyrighted, but we can still watch it.
Funky Fresh Senior Choir. Oh, it's a senior choir, too.
Yeah. Dude, it's the greatest.
Oh my god, it exists.
It exists, dude. It's terrible. It's so bad.
Not as bad as B&B style covers.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh, it's so bad.
Dude, that's like ear bleeding music.
Can I get a high quality choir? In what world is this okay?
Dude, the look on your face.
Is this serious? Or is this like...
I have no idea.
They're old people who understand how to meme. And they say white people have no culture. This isn't even rap.
No, it's not. Well, the song has like a rap verse to it.
I guess so.
I wouldn't consider it a rap song though.
Yeah, like Beastie Boys, I wouldn't consider rap, even though they are like a rap rock genre.
All right now, fellas. Now, what's cooler than being cool?
This dude lost his job for
I
sure.
said, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. All right, all right.
Okay, I can't think of it.
Yeah, no, this is bad. This shit is mind-boggling, man.
I just want to see which ones they do.
I don't know, I can't place this.
Stop. Having time.
Oh my god, it was hammer time, I guess. Did they? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh my god, did they do Nelly? Oh, this is the one I've seen. This is why I remember this one.
Huh.
It's literally the last song you want to hear senior people sing. They're saying, so take off all your robes instead of take off all your clothes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
That's an affront to music.
it's amazing for sure.
Prime meme. What a meme.
So I'm pretty sure that's what your DM meant.
You know, I want it done quality-wise. I believe it can happen.
Who was your DM?
Colton?
Oh, he's your, okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was like super big into Warhammer.
Dude, he's obsessed with Warhammer. It's like
Really?
it's his jam.
He likes it more than D&D.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh? That's interesting.
Yeah. But it... Dude, I'm so...
What?
What the hell? That's insanity. Actual insanity. I no longer wish for like...
It's getting so hot, so take off all your robes.
Oh my god.
All your robes.
I just... It hurts. It hurts a bit.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean that's my theory. Like anytime I've wanted to find like good
They
music
exist,
of
it's
any
just not.
any genre, like it exists. It's just
Not
you gotta actively search for it.
Right. That's fair.
It's almost all like underground or like local.
Local
stuff.
music's pretty good.
And not always. Some of it's even just like bands that are famous like in Europe that we don't know about.
Yeah.
There's a ton of good British rock bands that we don't know about.
They just haven't broken through to the US yet,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, there's a really good a really good rock band. I don't know if I don't think they're European, but they're called Royal Blood, and they're like compared to like stuff that's played on the radio, they're like semi-famous.
Really?
But like a lot of people that are like really into rock music love Royal Blood. That's like my dad's favorite band at the moment. He's
Okay.
like, and my dad's super into like 90s rock and grunge and 80s metal. That's like my dad's style of music.
It's that.
Yeah.
It's not The Offspring anymore.
Yeah. No, he loves The Offspring. I'd probably say that's his second favorite band now.
Offspring.
I guess that'd be punk. He likes punk too.
Yeah. I think
Just
that's
any
like
like 90s
a
like
punky-
aggressive
punky
rock.
rock.
Yeah.
Any aggressive rock.
Yeah, any aggressive rock from like the 90s in 2000s.
Okay.
And then he was into 80s metal, so like Iron Maiden, Metallica,
Nice.
Anthrax, Megadeth, the big ones. All those other ones. I don't think he was into Slayer, which I was super into for a while. But
Not in Slayer. Rip.
yeah, I'm not anymore. My music tastes change. I rarely listen to like the same music that I used to listen to even like 6 years ago. There's very few bands. Some bands like Linkin Park, obviously, I'll never stop listening to.
Linkin Park?
I'll never stop listening to like early Linkin Park.
I think the saddest thing about, speaking of Linkin Park, the saddest thing about Chester Bennington's death was when they unveiled their new Linkin Park emblem, and it's the same one, but apparently all the lines in the emblem represent a member of the band, and one was missing. If you go to their YouTube channel, you'll see it.
What is it?
You go to YouTube and go to Linkin Park. It was like, this is so fucking sad.
Parl.
Parl?
Parl. So it's...
See? It used to be like a closed loop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that there used to be one there.
Oh, and did they take it out?
Yeah, they took it out when Bennington died.
Damn.
I know, right?
I guarantee you that was Mike Shinoda's idea.
It had to have been.
Yeah. He would do that.
It seems like a Shinoda thing to do.
Oh, look. I guess he wrote a song called Looking for an Answer. He probably wrote it about Chester.
Probably.
Yeah, he did. Friends celebrate life in honor of Chester Bennington in Los Angeles. Looking for an answer.
Huh.
Dude, Mike Shinoda used to be one of my favorite people of all time until I realized that he actually helped produce Heavy. And I was like, ugh, no. I was like, because I thought he had like nothing to do with it.
Heavy is not a good song.
Yeah. I hadn't really kept up with him, so I thought Mike Shinoda was like less in the band than he actually was.
Right.
Like, because I thought he was off doing his own stuff. And then I watched a video where he's talking about like, it was a video of a bunch of people either liking or shitting on Heavy. And he was like, no, it's a good song. He's like, we wrote it. And I was like, no.
I think the best way I describe Heavy, because I was talking about it, is it's a good song.
It's super catchy.
For Ed Sheeran.
That's exactly what it is.
Not for Linkin Park.
It's an Ed Sheeran song.
It's an Ed Sheeran song. But, I mean, whatever.
I don't like Ed Sheeran at all.
Really?
I know that's heresy among today's popular culture.
There's like 2 Ed Sheeran songs I like, but a lot of it is like...
Yeah. Well, I also had a bad taste. I listened to...
How much in it?
Shape of You.
Shape of You.
I listened to that, I'm like, I can't take this. I hate this.
How many innocent acoustic-driven love songs can you write, sir?
They've all been written.
Until you get like...
They were all written by the 60s. Or no, by the 80s.
Yeah, that's true.
No, maybe. I'll say by the late 90s, every acoustic love song...
Innocent love song had been written.
that you could write had been written.
That's probably fair.
Yeah. I don't think we've heard any original acoustic love song.
I don't believe love songs were ever innocent.
I also hate acoustic guitars, but that's just me.
You hate acoustic guitars?
Yeah, I don't like the way they sound.
What?
They're really hard to play, but that's also because most people start with an acoustic guitar and progress to an electric guitar.
Right.
I just started off with electric guitar.
They're much harder.
So going back to an acoustic, it's like weirder. It'd be like driving a car with power steering your whole life, and then going back to like a car from the 70s that didn't have power steering.
With no power steering.
Yeah.
You're
like, I feel like I'm fighting it while playing. Also, my hand cramps up so bad when playing.
No, definitely, yeah, because it requires like 2 times as much muscle.
Well, and like the neck shape is different, so you're like, it's like weirder. Like all the guitars I've ever had are like thin neck guitars.
Yeah.
And then like the acoustic guitar is big neck, and so it's like, ugh.
My electric is like, it's a wider neck, but it's thin.
Yeah.
It's like what mine is.
Yeah. So just the board is wider, but the neck thickness is smaller.
Yeah. It's a Les Paul, so it has a thinner neck compared to an acoustic, but it's like as wide.
Yeah.
So it's...
I don't even like Les Pauls that much because they're heavy. Compared to most guitars, they're like really heavy. So I always feel like if I'm on stage playing it for a while, like I feel it on my neck. Like
especially if somebody gets past your shirt collar.
Yeah. You
are fucked.
But also like I had one of my dream guitars early on, so anything out like besides that, outside of that I was like an elitist. I was like, meh, I don't need this.
The guitar really
it doesn't have a through neck with an unfinished like neck. Blech. Get out of here.
But the guitar I really want is a Warren TV yellow double cutaway Les Paul.
Let's see if we can find it.
They only like come out with it every 5 or 6 years.
My dream guitar.
And then they'll bring
you
it out
can't
again.
even- You can't even buy my dream guitar anymore, which just made me really sad.
The hell?
Was it Warren?
No, Warren.
Warren, like WORN.
Yeah.
Warren.
TV yellow.
TV yellow.
Yeah.
Is that it right there?
Well, not SG.
Okay. Who makes it?
It's Gibson.
Okay.
It'd be Les Paul.
Gibson. Les Paul.
There it is.
So yeah.
Yeah, the
These-
the double cutaway. My
This one.
fucking dream. I
do like the double cutaway over the
so
over the
badly.
single cutaway.
I think if I had a standard Les Paul, I'd want the double cutaway. But as
Yeah.
far as juniors go, single cutaway is the best.
Yeah. This is my favorite guitar of all time, which you cannot buy. Charles Caswell. I'll just do guitar. You can't. This is my favorite guitar player of all time, and he had a signature guitar that you just can't buy anymore,
Oh, rip.
and it's so sexy. A lot of the stuff is custom. Like he took out the volume knob and put a kill switch in it, so that way the volume's just always on, and then when you strum it and then hit the kill switch, it just turns the volume all the way down immediately.
Oh, okay.
So you can go like met, like
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds sick. He also does crazy shit. He's basically, in my opinion, the like underground new Van Halen or Eddie
really?
Van Halen, because like Eddie Van Halen's known for just like making up different techniques. And this guy does that too. He makes up like new techniques that no one uses. In fact, I'll show you one. What's his name? Buried. That's how I spell it. Buried. Oh, I love that pun. There's a solo in this song. So that's him using a kill switch.
Oh, that's cool.
So he does this shit. Hold on. He does this shit that I've never seen anybody do before. Right here.
What?
He's hitting the Floyd Rose wall pedal with his foot, and then he's tapping. It's like, what the fuck?
That's so
Who does
awesome.
that? Who does that?
Apparently he does this.
Yeah, and it's like, it sounds kind of cool. It's not like the coolest sounding thing I've ever heard, but like
It's just unique.
the idea that he came up with that is ridiculous. The guitar I am getting is that same guitar, but it's just white instead of that like cool green and yellow.
Oh,
It's just like a straight.
You always just get it painted.
That's true.
Yeah, you always get it.
I would actually, if I could have it anyway, I would just get the paint removed and have it the natural wood color.
Oh, just the wood?
Yeah, I love natural wood colors.
I think my favorite way to paint a guitar, apart from the Warren TV yellow that is bang, is the feathering like finish.
Yeah. I've
That's
seen that.
amazing.
LTD 6. This is my favorite wood finish ever. We used to have these in Guitar Center all the time. We'd sell them like crazy.
That's nice.
There's nothing. It's just unfinished wood. There's no like paint over the wood or anything. It's just the wood.
Is it glossed at all?
No, it's not.
Oh, wow.
It's just like literally like feeling this desk. Like it might have something on it, but
like
it basically
there's-
just feels like wood.
There's a finish of some form, but that's it.
Yeah, it's a really light finish. You can still feel like all the grains and shit.
That's
And
amazing.
Yeah, I love it so much. We used to get these in all the time, and I would play it when I was bored.
Truly amazing.
And then there was a kid who he was an actual bass player. Like he plays for like famous bands whenever they need a backup bass player.
Oh, nice.
For some reason, he was just working in our store, but he was like, "I'm getting that one. I'm getting that bass." And I'm like, "No, I am. I don't even play bass that much anymore." And I was like, "But no, I'm getting it."
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I have a Jaguar bass.
Yeah.
which I dig, but
Yeah.
preference.
Dude, we went on such a tangent there. I don't
Dude,
even know
for
where we
real,
were.
dude. We're talking about music and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because we both play music. And
That's
have-
true. We're both super into music, for sure.
Music is my life, and like I think part of the reason we're talking about like why, like where the hell do all the good bands go is because like the music we listen to is the music that people don't, that isn't being pushed right now.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm hyper into like a punk scene, like
Yeah.
like fucking like the East Bay, California, Oakland punk shit is like my jam all day, every day. And you're hyper into metal, and like metal right now in the main eye, and punk is just a lot of copycats of people who've just done it better.
Yep.
They've done it better and like kind of mastered the craft.
Yeah. Like, I just growing up, to get for like people that are into like popular music, for me growing up, basically I grew up with no one knowing any band that I listen to normally.
Yeah.
People would be like, "Oh, what are you into?" And I could name off 50 bands, and no one would have heard of them.
Right.
And it's not even me being like a hipster. Like, I would like it if those bands were popular, because hipsters are like, they don't want them to be popular.
No,
they want to.
This is my thing.
Yeah, they're
Is
like,
what Zycon
this band
is
is
into.
my band and nobody else's.
Right, exactly.
Like, whereas me, like, I mean, there's been a couple bands that no one used to know, but are like pretty popular now. Like,
Exactly.
like Bring Me the Horizon or Motionless in White. Like,
Bring Me the
they're
Horizon's
played on the radio now.
Yeah. Motionless is why it's
And
good.
like back when I listened to them in like 2009 and 10,
Nobody.
like nobody knew of them.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I Prevail.
Yeah.
Knowing who they were for a while.
Yeah.
But I think they got bigger faster than like Motionless in White did.
Yeah.
But
But, like, that was always my scene, so I was always into that
yeah,
kind of stuff. And also, like, I would go to concerts to see one band, and then, like, there'd be, like, 6 bands playing, and I would learn about more bands, and then keep track of those bands. And,
I
like,
think that every opener I've seen in the past like 5 years, I have pretty much kept up with
yeah.
and like still listen to pretty actively, except for one. I listen to them sometimes, but like not really actively. Unfortunately, they weren't
Yeah.
as good as like I don't know. They weren't as good as
Yeah. There was one, actually, funny instance. I took a
songs
girl
that are
to
good.
go see Bring Me the Horizon, like, this would have been over a year ago. We went and saw Bring Me the Horizon. This was when I was still living in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a band opening for Bring Me the Horizon. It was the band that played right before him. And the entire time me and this girl were talking, I was like, "Oh, you should listen." She would tell me what kind of music she was into. And I would be like, "Oh, well, you would really like this band called The Chariot." And I was always trying to get her to listen to this band, The Chariot. And they're from Atlanta. And so we went to go see Bring Me the Horizon. This band got up. I think they're called the 68 or something. And they're playing. And I'm like, or she said she really liked it while they were playing. She's like, "Oh, this is really good. I like this." And I was like, "Well, if you like this, you would love The Chariot, because it sounds just like The Chariot."
because these guys are just doing what. The
Yeah,
Chariot
and I was
does.
like, that lead singer sounds like really familiar. And then he said something about like, he's like, "Oh, I love
was
you.
it-
I love you, Atlanta. Like, I love playing in my hometown." I was like, "Well, these dudes are from Atlanta too, just like The Chariot." And I texted my friend. I texted Colin.
like,
I texted Colin. I was like, "Dude, have you heard of this band? They're just like The Chariot." Because Colin loves them. And he goes, "Dude, that is the singer from The Chariot. They broke up, and then he started a new band." And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck!" Like, it was just so.
Like, my brain.
It was like so meta. It was ridiculous.
I think the only band like I was into a couple bands that like were popular, like really big, but there's like most of them people hate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I listened to some popular. Like, I used to
fucking
love
reason.
like Blink.
Blink's pretty good.
Everybody knows Blink.
Everyone knows
Green Day. Everybody knows Green Day.
Yep.
Green Day's awesome.
I love them, but people
Yeah.
hate them. But they can all suck a dick.
Only haters hate.
Only haters hate. Only assholes who don't understand that you are in fact allowed to
Dude,
stop saying
saying only
masturbation.
haters hate is like one of those things where you're like, "Wow, that's profound," and then you're like, "No,
No,
that's
it's not.
That's obvious." That's
like, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone who like hates Green Day just doesn't understand that you can in fact change from singing uniquely about masturbation.
Yeah.
Like as you get older, you're allowed to sing about different things.
Yeah.
But like, no, the band that I was like really into that I don't know anybody who genuinely hates them. Like there are people who kind of dislike it, but like MCR.
Oh, dude, I love MCR.
I don't think I met anybody.
I used to
who's
be a hater.
hate them.
I used to be a hater when I was a kid.
Right.
Like back when I forget the album. It was the album before Welcome to the Black Parade. I forget. It's like the other most famous album. I can't even think of what it's called. Shit, it's gonna bother me. Hold on, I have it right here.
Is it Life on the Murder Scene? No, that's the live of that album, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I don't remember.
Here we go. Where are they? I have too many bands that start with M.
Oh wow.
3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
I literally was thinking that's it.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
I knew it was 3. I just didn't remember any of the words that followed after.
Here's the hate.
Yeah.
Here's the hate I'm gonna get. Is I thought that I was like, I think that's it. And I was like, no, I think that's a Mayday Parade album. I was like, that's Mayday Parade.
Yeah.
Those emo motherfuckers.
Yeah.
God.
Dude, everybody used to be in a Mayday Parade.
You know,
I remember back there was a time.
I was pretty deep in Mayday Parade.
Oh, I know you were. I know you were. I just remember back in like freshman year of high school.
Like, yeah, that's great.
Well, I would 1 out of 4 people were wearing a Mayday Parade T-shirt.
I don't think I ever wore a Mayday Parade T-shirt.
You didn't?
No, I don't think I ever got one.
Yeah, but I do remember like out of my friend group, 1 of 4 people would probably wear a Mayday.
Always wearing one, dude.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah,
Always.
James.
Eddie and James. It was either Mayday Parade or MCR.
Yeah,
every time.
Yeah. But no, I used to not. I didn't hate MCR. I just thought I was like, oh, that's like popular,
right?
Like that was my scene. But I'm like, oh, this is popular stuff. I'm like, I was trying to be like edgy and be like try to find like underground stuff.
An edgy little fuck boy.
Yeah,
not
and then
great.
I picked all this stuff back up. Even I actually liked Welcome to Black Parade when it came out.
I love that album.
Yeah, and then I picked up all their albums in like 2011 or 12.
Oh no.
It might have been 2013. And then I listened to all their stuff because I went through this phase where I'd like pick a band and then listen to all their music.
No, I do the same thing. I'll listen to like entire discographies.
Yeah, which I did that with Marilyn Manson when I was working at Blue Star, and it took me like a month.
Yeah,
because he just has so much shit.
It'd be the same.
There's so many.
It'd be the same as. Like,
I think he has more albums than like freaking Led Zeppelin or some shit.
Maybe. Alice Cooper is in like the 30s.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like.
That's true.
At this point,
Marilyn Manson at least has like. I think it's like 10 albums, and they're all long albums.
Jesus.
Like they're not short. They're not like 6-7 songs. They're like 10, 12 songs. And they're all long as shit.
I think the longest album I have is like...
Korn's another one. Korn
18?
has like 1 million albums.
It's like 18 songs.
Yeah.
It's like the longest album I think I own.
I don't know what the longest album is, numbers-wise, that's not like a soundtrack. Because the soundtrack to Skyrim is like 30 songs. No, it's like it's 52 songs, I think.
52?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's ridiculous.
Skyrim. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, speaking of which,
Big segue!
Yeah, speaking of which, this week, actually in 2 days of recording this, is the 6-year anniversary.
Way to date our video.
Skyrim.
Oh my god. Where were you the night it came out?
I didn't get it the night it came out.
Oh my god.
I didn't get it until that Christmas.
I waited in line till midnight and got it.
I remember where I was when I saw the E3 video for it, though, where they were going through all the stuff that can happen in the game. And I was literally screaming.
I was literally screaming.
I was at a pool. I don't remember if you remember my old house in Grant County, but there was that pool. There's that country club across the street, and they had a pool. And I was sitting there watching. I had a towel over my head so that way I could see the screen better. And like the scene when they're showing all the different stuff you can do in it, I freaked out when they showed that when you talk to somebody, like it didn't pause the game.
Yeah,
that always bugged me.
Things it would like pause everything else around.
Everything before every Bethesda game before Skyrim did that. Or at least
I think I would.
Yeah, at least Elder Scrolls and Fallout.
I think I would. What end up happening is this happened to me a couple times with Oblivion. Is I'd start talking to somebody and I'd see an enemy running at me from behind them. I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Damn it!"
That's true, but to me, that's more immersive.
Yeah,
I like that because like I hated it. Like especially it was. I think a couple times Fallout, but especially in Oblivion, like you'd walk into a room that's like a pretty big room, say like a meat hall or something, like a big. Obviously, those weren't in Oblivion, but something that size. And then across the room, it would just go zoop and zoom in on someone's face, like across the room. You'd have like a conversation with them.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and it's weird. That always bugged me. It like totally broke immersion for me.
I think it's not even a Skyrim memory, but I gotta say it real quick. It's one of my favorite like Oblivion memories was during the Mage Guild quest line when you like raid the Daedric temple.
Yeah.
You walk into the big square room and there's just every kind of fucking Daedra hanging out on the floor below, and you're like, it's time.
Yeah.
And you, like, suit up.
I've been training for this.
This is the day.
Yeah.
Go to work. That shit's awesome. But yeah, 6 years. That's fucking... it's almost depressing, though, because every other Elder Scrolls has come out within 5 years of each other.
That's true.
Or 6 at
We're
like,
due.
the most.
We're due.
But they're working on like a new IP that they were almost going to announce at E3, which, you know, like the starry background they had at E3?
Honestly, I don't even remember this E3 that well.
I only watched the Bethesda shit because I didn't give a fuck.
I think I only watched the... Did I watch Bethesda? I don't even know if I watched Bethesda stuff. I think I just watched the Xbox one.
E3 for me was...
Because there's no PC one and I don't have a PS4, so I was like, I only watched the
E3
Xbox
for me this
one.
year was a whole bunch of like PS4 trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Xbox One saying the same old shit about like...
Did they release the Scorpio at E3?
They officially announced it.
Announced it. That's when it was? Okay.
But it's Xbox One X.
Yeah. I think that's the only reason I watched E3 was for that, because I was curious.
But,
everyone still calls it the Scorpio.
yeah. Well, dude, you know the,
Which I think it actually just came out.
It did.
Yeah.
Quick sidebar, you know the, movie with, Hugh Jackman, where it's like boxing robots?
Oh, yeah, I know what
Is
you're
it
talking
Full
about.
Metal? Whatever.
I think it's called Full Metal.
In the arena...
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
for Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
In the arena of like the final fight, there are like ads, you know, like any normal arena. I fucking was watching this movie one day because somebody else turned it on, and I was like, all right.
I don't think I ever actually watched it.
I never intentionally watched it. It was just there. And I saw an ad in the arena, and it said Xbox 720. I was like, I was right.
Yeah.
I was like, I was fucking right.
Yeah.
It's like, bitches. But they've changed the name of their console.
Yeah,
like,
we'd be on the Xbox 180 now. Think about that. The Xbox One would have been the Xbox 720, and the Xbox One S would be the Xbox 1080. Or the 9 there's another one in there. 930, 960, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 720. I used to know this because I used to do skateboarding stuff, so I used to know all this like circular stuff.
I almost would have preferred that. With like all the numbers.
Yeah.
I think it would have been sweet.
It would make more sense than going back to the one.
And
now we're
we
the
can't,
One X.
we have to say Xbox original or like...
We should call it the Xbox 9. Because if you did Roman numerals, it'd be a 1, then an X.
Oh, true.
So it'd be 9.
Xbox 9.
Yeah.
So it means we call the Xbox One the...
It'd be like the fucking iPhone with the 8 and the 10.
With the 8 and then the X.
And then,
but it's 10.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
Nani?
I mean, I get it because it's... Yeah, Nani?
Nani?
I get it because it's like the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, I totally get it. It was just kind of abrupt, and I think...
What they should have done is not have an 8 and just come out with the X.
Or they should have not done 7S and made 7 or 8, 9.
Yeah.
And then done X. But what that Apple I don't give a fuck about marketing. Whatever.
I have my 7 Plus. I'm never getting rid of it.
I'm literally
Unless it breaks. It has everything I need. There's no reason
I'm
to
gonna
get
continue to buy iPhones until I'm confident Androids won't melt or explode, which I will never be.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, apparently the new one's really sweet.
You know, you say that until it explodes.
That's true.
Or it catches on fire. Watch.
Yeah, there was a mod for a game where someone modded the game to where all the grenades are just like the whichever Samsung were exploding.
Did you see
I think it was a GTA mod.
Did you see the mod on what was it? Counter-Strike, and it was like when they planted the explosive pack as the terrorist, they were just putting down a big Samsung phone.
Oh really? Oh, I think I've seen that.
Awesome.
Seen that. I was gonna say back to Skyrim. I was gonna say the other moment the other moment that made me scream out loud in front of multiple people at the pool
when Mike
nutted
at the pool.
Yeah, basically.
Who didn't know when they saw that trailer?
was when the guy was just playing the game. He was just like roaming around, and he was being attacked by a giant that came out of nowhere. The giant was just like trying to smash himself, and a dragon, an unscripted dragon, just swoops down, picks up the giant, and just throws him. And I was like, "That's unscripted. That shit can just happen, randomly."
People,
and I lost
people
my
may or may
mind.
not doubt that shit's unscripted. But I, as someone who's put hundreds of hours in Skyrim, can confirm it is not scripted.
No, I've seen like the
hasn't.
weirdest unscripted. I've seen where a giant was fighting a mammoth for some reason.
Weird.
And the mammoth was fighting a dragon.
Huh. Odd.
And the mammoth won.
The mammoth won?
Yeah, it killed the dragon
What
somehow.
the hell? I do feel like
It was in,
mammoths
you know,
have the
that
biggest
valley
hitters.
that's outside of Whiterun?
Yeah.
It was in that. It was
The
like
White Run.
what's it called?
I'm just calling it the White Run.
Oh, Whiterun. Yeah.
The White.
I was like, did I say it wrong?
You're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did I get the lore wrong? Oops.
There's too many IPs. I get them wrong. I get them mixed
Too
up.
many IPs. Too many IPs.
Anyway, I was up on, like, because it's like hilly a little bit, and I was up
Yeah.
on top of a hill, and I was just watching this from a distance,
Like,
like, what the hell is going on?
It's great. You know how Shadowmere can't die?
Yeah.
Mine died first playthrough.
Oh, really?
I was fighting a
Did
dragon.
you just, like, glitch out?
No. I was fighting a dragon, and it picked it up and threw it
Oh, yeah.
across the map, and it killed it. And I even, like, fast traveled,
Yeah.
and it didn't show back. I was like, it somehow killed it.
Oh, I was going through,
It broke Shadowmere.
I was going through some of my old, like, liked videos from forever ago when I first made my YouTube account. And there was an old, I don't know if you watched Donkey, video game
I've seen
Donkey.
some Donkey, yeah.
There's one he made right after Skyrim came out. It was called Skyrim is the best game or something like that. And it was
is,
basically
that's true.
it was basically just anything that you could possibly mod in it, it was modded. He basically made the video, he said, I'm going to try to load as many mods in this as possible.
Ooh.
And the horse, he modded so the horse was Tommy Wiseau from The Room. And it was just like a weird like horse version of him.
Ah.
And it would like when he would attack stuff, he'd be like, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa!" Like, like whenever you summoned him, he'd be like, "Oh, hi, Mark." Like,
I think the best, like
It was
the
so
best one,
funny.
I think the Game Grumps did it, is the dragons are Thomas the Tank Engine.
yeah.
Oh my
No,
god.
he did that. Donkey did
That's
that one too.
amazing.
Yeah. And then you can do another one where the dragons are Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And they're like wearing sombreros and stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah!" As they like fly around. Like,
Is it actually Macho Man Randy Savage flying, or is it the dragons with just
It's
his
the-
voice?
it's the
and
dragons with his voice.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I think they're wearing like sombreros and stuff. I could be wrong.
But yeah, well, I think he wears a cowboy hat.
That might be what it
I
is.
think
It might
Macho
be a
Man Savage wears a
yeah.
cowboy hat.
Yeah, that might be it. They're wearing some kind of silly hat.
Some kind of fucking wore it while you drove.
That's why I said it, cultural appropriation. Sombreros are silly. They're absurdly big. There's no reason to have hats that big.
Well, you see, you flip it over and you turn it into like a bowl.
But like, why not? The rim is still giant though. Like, even if the head size is small.
That's where you keep your chips. As
Okay,
you
whatever.
walk. Your chips. You just keep them up top. Your tortilla chips.
Cultural appropriation.
Whatever.
Triggered.
Fucking
Ree!
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, we have silly hats. Cowboy hats are silly as fuck.
Cowboy hats are ridiculous.
Yeah. We have the 10-gallon hats, which is probably the dumbest hat ever made.
What is even the 10-gallon hat?
It's like a cowboy hat, but it's just really tall.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck is the point?
I don't know.
There hasn't been a good hat since the
It looks like some shit from SpongeBob.
Is it the baller hat?
The bowler hat.
The bowler. Yeah.
Bowlers are cool.
Bowler is like the last truly great hat.
I like old school 1940s fedoras. Like, not the little weird trilby fedoras that people wear nowadays.
hipster.
But like an old school, like
Fedoras.
LA Noir detective fedora.
Oh,
Looks-
like a Valentine fedora.
Like a Nick Valentine
Yeah,
fedora.
Nick Valentine. Or also the baseball hat. When did we invent that?
It had to be around the turn of the 19th to 20th century.
Yeah, that great hat.
Yeah, that's an excellent hat.
That, the bowler, and the old school fedoras are like the last great hats humanity invented.
Yeah. I like berets.
How long have berets been around?
Forever.
Just unknown.
mankind. Just mankind.
Berets are great.
No,
Berets are
no,
my
no.
favorite.
If I had to guess, I would say
I'd say like World War One, probably.
no. Before that, they had them in the Civil War.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure.
Had to have been post-revolutionary.
And I think I'm pretty sure it's a European thing, like a
French. Well, it's the word beret. I'm fairly sure it's French.
It's probably French. It's definitely French
Beret.
named. It's definitely French named.
Well, because if it was an English word, it'd be Barrett.
it'd be Beret or
Barrett.
Yeah, because it's B-R-E. It's B-E-R-E-T, I think.
Yeah, Barrett.
Yeah.
Or R,
Barrett.
whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's something weird.
Barrett is what it'd be. I guess it could be... No, it could be Italian because Beretta is Italian, and that's almost the same word.
That's true.
Yes, it's probably not Italian. I think it's French.
But also you pronounce the T's in that.
Yeah.
If it was French, it'd be like...
Barrett.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever.
Yeah, fucking French.
Whatever.
God damn it. Dude, I said this to my friend's wife, who is a French major. She's like not astrophysics, but she's into like some kind of like super specialized physics.
Okay.
I don't know exactly. I don't think it's astrophysics. It's like it's not quantum physics, but it's something like that. But she's also like super into French. And they actually they backpacked across Europe and like mainly were in France for a good majority of it. I think.
Okay.
So she's completely fluent in French and she loves French. And like I didn't know this, and we're having a conversation just talking about like different languages because I do like learning a different language. So I was like, you know what the dumbest language is? French. I was like, that's such a dumb language. You sound like you're puking when you're talking.
That's for German.
What?
German is like you're hawking up phlegm.
That's true. It doesn't sound like you're puking. It just sounds like you're hawking up.
Now
but I always argue if someone walks into a room and you hear them speak German or Russian, everyone immediately pays attention.
That's true. No, yeah, it's a very commanding language.
Yeah,
like you really just like snap up.
Yeah, although a lot of modern German.
Or is that only American because we're like the enemy?
Yeah,
like the last two great wars.
Yeah. Trigger. I pull out my black mask.
It's not the same.
I do not condone Antifa. Just saying. That was just a joke. Fuck Antifa. That's just a joke.
Nazis are bad.
But so is Antifa.
But so is Antifa because they're very violent.
Yeah.
That's not how you solve problems anymore.
I think they were correctly marked down as a domestic terrorist organization.
So were they? The Juggalos were marked down as a gang by the FBI.
Maybe.
They put under loosely organized, so like they don't like no cop's just gonna arrest you for being a juggalo.
Yeah.
I don't think, unless like the.
I mean, they kind of are a gang, but they're not necessarily like a criminal.
I don't think the juggalos are like violent or a gang or anything, but I think if one of the members of ICP like called for them to do something, they'd probably do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm not a juggalo, and like my only juggalo friend I have is like former. Like he was just really into it when he was younger.
No, I have a.
So I have no idea.
I wouldn't call him a friend, but I would say I have someone who I've acquainted with a lot, who's like a super juggalo.
Super juggalo.
Yeah. Still wears Jinkos, like the black Jinkos with all the chains and stuff.
I can't stand Jinkos.
Yeah.
Juggalos, I'm sorry, you gotta upgrade your style, dog.
Yeah. I don't know if they're called Jinkos, but you know what I'm talking about.
The Jinko jeans? No, they're called Jinkos.
No,
I mean, they might not
I don't know if like the black goth pants were called Jinkos, but like they basically were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Still wears those.
I can't like.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my mind around that kind of clothing. Like,
I was never into that.
No. Well, I think.
But then again, I've never been into like the super goth scene. I liked like dark stuff, but I was never into like full goth.
You and I both fell on the more emo side of things.
Yeah, I was like emo. I was actually more like emo or scene kid. I just kind of wore like I had like long hair. I wore band t-shirts and skinny jeans.
I was never. I don't think I was ever a scene kid. I felt more on like the punky emo side of things.
Yeah.
But
I wore skinny jeans, skater shoes, chains, studded belts, band t-shirts, and I had long hair. I don't know. When I think emo, I think of like fully committing to like wearing the dark eye makeup, like the guy liner and stuff. That's just what I think of, though. If you don't define it that way, then yeah, it probably was emo. Yeah.
Scene. Which ones were scene kid or emo?
I feel like if you're emo, you're more dedicated to it. Scene kids, I feel like, even though I would classify myself as a scene kid, I think it was like more of like most scene kids were just going through a fad.
It was a genuine like phase fad type thing.
Yeah, or a phase.
Where like kids dressed like emo still dressed like they're emo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still wearing band tees and flannel everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, I still love flannel.
Dude, I wear band tees and flannel.
Yeah. Fuck you. If you don't think if you think if someone judges me for wearing that, fuck you. This is what I like.
Yeah, for real.
That's why, honestly, when I went through that phase, that's when I stopped making fun of people who, like, old people who still dress up like they're from the 80s.
Because chances are I'm still like
because I'm like when I'm old, this
like,
is gonna be a fad. But I knew that I wasn't gonna change.
Yeah, when I'm like 45, I'm still gonna dress like I do now.
Most I feel like the people that are gonna get away with it the most are like people that spent their teenage years in the 90s.
Yeah,
because if you still dress like most people, like most like let's say scene kids from the 90s, like grunge kind of thing.
Yeah,
if you still dress like that nowadays, no one cares.
No one gives a fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
if you walked around like Kurt Cobain for the rest of your life, like no one would care. That's like normal clothes. And except the only thing I'd be shunned is maybe wearing like a long sleeve shirt under a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I don't think I could.
I actually remember when I was a kid, they actually sold shirts that were like made them look like that, but they weren't.
Yeah, it was
like the long sleeve shirt was actually sewed like up here or something.
Yeah, the long sleeve was sewn on the inside of the short sleeve, so it was one shirt, but it looked like two.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I thought those were the coolest shirts. I don't know why.
They were fucking.
Do you remember the Family Guy? Did you ever watch Family Guy?
Nah.
There's a one where Stewie is trying to get in. He's trying to infiltrate a high school for some reason, and like basically it was like a 21 Jump Street kind of scenario, but reverse because he's younger than everybody, obviously. And he's like, I need to be friends with the cool kids. So he walks up to him. He's like, hey, I'm cool or whatever. And they're like, yeah, prove it. And he goes, I wear short sleeve shirts under long sleeve shirts under short sleeve shirts under long sleeve shirts. And they're like, what the fuck? You're so cool.
Oh my god. Wow. A decent joke.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's so good. Quality meme.
Dude, the goth kids in South Park are hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode of South Park where there was the goth kids, the emo kids, and the vamp kids?
Yeah.
And they had like a little gang war.
Yeah, and they like burned down the Hot Topic because that's where all the vampire kids are from.
Oh my god, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah. That's so good. And there's like the one goth kid who's like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like smoking cigarettes. He's like Ike's age.
Yeah.
God, dude,
dude, I saw a video where they were talking about how it was actually how they voiced Ike, and it's like Matt Stone's daughter.
I saw the video. I didn't
or
watch
something.
It,
yeah, and he would just like get her to say horrible shit. It was so funny. He'd be like, "Great." Actually, the method he used was really interesting because obviously she wasn't comfortable voice acting.
Right.
So what he would do is he would say the line with her like 3 or 4 times, and then get her to keep saying it, and then he would right before they said it together, he wouldn't say it, and she would say the line. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but he was making her say shit like, "Fuck you, fat bitch!" It's like a 3-year-old. Like
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
great parenting.
Yeah,
good job.
And the mom was filming it; she was laughing or something. I think it was the mom. That's what I would assume.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know Matt Stone's.
I don't know.
I don't even know if it was Matt Stone or Trey Parker. I can't tell the difference. I can recognize either one of them, but I don't know which one's which.
Right. Yeah. If I saw them on the street, I'd say, "You have a great show, Mr.
Stone Parker."
Starker?
Starker? Pone.
Yeah. Oh no,
Mr. Pone.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Fucking scene kids.
Yeah. Do scene kid for life.
Holy shit.
I'm still a scene kid deep down.
Deep down,
I just bury it.
Right.
It's not acceptable anymore.
The military beat the scene kid hair out of you.
Pretty much. That's the only reason I even cut my hair.
You should stop cutting your hair.
I'm gonna just grow it out like this.
Just see what just let the top keep going?
Yeah.
That's what I did for a while, but then the sides got too unruly.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep shaving the sides.
But just keep the top going?
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I feel like it's a good compromise between my old school haircut and like socially acceptable haircut.
You'll eventually like have to just like.
You know what I still want because it was super cool during my day, but no one has them anymore.
What?
An industrial.
What is that?
It's the piercing. That's the rod right here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
No one has them anymore. Almost anyone that has them has gotten rid of them, but I still want one.
You should get it.
I might.
I think you should.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking awesome.
I mean, Amazon doesn't care, so.
No, why would they?
Yeah. I don't know whether I should get piercings or tattoos first.
Tattoos. 100%.
They're so expensive, though. That's the only thing. At least any tattoo I would get would be expensive because I wouldn't compromise.
I'm gonna get a Fallout Boy-esque, not Fallout Boy, Fallout, Vault Boy from Fallout. I would never get a Fallout Boy tattoo. What am I saying? But like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of ideas. They're basically all video game or like favorite IP related stuff. Basically, I'm only gonna get tattoo if it's an IP that actually like means something to me.
Yeah, that or like I think I might get a like Alliance emblem symbol from World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
because I played so much World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I basically want my body, like if I died, I want someone to look at my body and be like, okay, I understand like what IPs he was into and what factions from those IPs he was into.
I understand what games he played, who he played for, and how hard he played for them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and like what kind of gamer he was.
Right.
Yeah. The first tattoo I'm getting I'm definitely getting a Mandalorian skull right here.
Amazing.
But I gotta draw it up though because it has to be.
Everybody
has a Mandalorian. Anyone who's a Star Wars fan has a Mandalorian skull tattoo, but they all look like shit.
They all look like trash.
Yeah, like you can just go watch. I'll Google it and they'll just be garbage.
Oh, the Mandela effect. The belief that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s, but in truth he didn't die till the mid-2000s.
Yeah, I mean almost all these are garbage looking. That one's not too bad because that's actually Boba Fett's armor. But like, to me, that's meh.
It's just kind of...
That's weird.
What in the hell?
It's like Boba Fett's helmet, but it's like stretched out over his skull.
It's lame.
This guy is just sorely confused
on what is happening.
Because he has the Jedi. That's or not Jedi, but that's like... It might be Jedi. But
that's Jedi.
It's definitely like Republic or...
It's
not
like
Republic,
it's the Knights of the Old Republic thing, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. But
Right.
then he has the Imperial/Republic sign here, and then he has the Mandalorian skull. He's confused as fuck. Like this, to me, this is garbage. It's just plain, and then like it's not even shaded in correctly.
Yeah.
You can see the spots where it's like it's darker in some spots.
This is a man who paid the artist for an hour.
Yeah. That looks too try hard. And that's weird. I don't know, to me, these all just look like some redneck got them from his friend. Like they're almost all garbage.
His friend who got a tattoo gun.
Yeah.
And like
mine would look more like that, but obviously I'm gonna make it cooler looking,
right?
Because I can actually draw and like design stuff. So yeah. Oh man, dude, what the hell?
I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here.
That's like, I would just cut the skin off my back.
Just flamey.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting on.
Yeah, a lot of them look like shit.
Yeah. So I got to make sure it's done right. I'd probably get it more something like that where it looks like an actual skull, but this is still garbage. Like this is wrong right here. That's not what that looks like.
The jaws there are like incorrect.
Yeah, but I would do something more like that where it looks more realistic.
I don't know, man. That Boba Fett one looks pretty appealing. Oh, it's on his like chest.
Oh,
too.
It's like right above his nipple too.
He has very
diagonal. It's not even.
He has a very undefined chest.
Yeah.
The most impressive tattoo I've ever seen though is
See, that one's actually kind of cool because it's like steampunk.
Someone I know is they have like a very detailed lion tattoo on their chest.
Yeah.
And it's a prison tat.
Oh, really?
It's so cool, man. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But
see, this is more like what I would get. Like, obviously, it would be better than that. But see how it's more realistic looking.
But it would look like an actual skull, not just a symbol that is modeled after the skull.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I'm pretty much only into black and white stuff.
Oh, really? Not really into the Americana colors?
No. The only time I would get a color tattoo is if it was an Irizumi tattoo. I don't even know how to spell it.
Irizumi Sasuke-kun.
Irizumi. I'm going to just click on this and see. Yeah. So Irizumi tattoos is like traditional Japanese tattoos. And they're super colorful. And they stay that way. Huh. They don't fade that much over time. And the reason why is because the way they do it is super hardcore.
What do they do?
They, I'll show you. they basically have they take like a stick, a really sharp stick with the ink on it, and they basically just like chisel it into your body.
My god.
It's basically the same principle as a tattoo where it's doing like thousands of times per second or minute or whatever.
Right.
But it's basically just doing it like one at a time with a stick.
Ah.
Yeah. But it looks, you have way more control over it, at least from what I've seen. And it's much more vibrant looking.
Like, they all look great.
Yeah,
So.
they look sick as fuck. Like that, I'd wear that any day. I'm not even super into like dragon tattoos because everybody has one.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but they look sick.
No, yeah, I think...
And I definitely wouldn't get a koi fish on my arm.
Oh, why not?
Because fucking everybody has a koi fish.
Everyone does it.
Yeah. Oh, is there a Godzilla one? That would be so sick. It doesn't look that good though. That one's okay.
You should get like a naga tattooed on your arm that goes down into where its mouth is your hand.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking a sweet...
I saw one where it was the kid from One Piece, and like he's like it starts off here and he's like punching, but then it uses foreshortening so that way like the character's hand basically extends to where it looks like your hand is his hand.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it'd either be, I think, a Fallout tattoo, a Lions tattoo, or I just like go directly into the music.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the first thing that comes up because it's cool. Here it is. See, it like it makes it look like it's your hand.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it looks so cool. I love creative ideas like that. I will say this though, I'm glad I didn't get tattoos when I was younger because I had some dumb ass ideas for tattoos.
What was your dumbest tattoo idea
I'm
back
not
in the
gonna
day?
tell you.
No, tell me though.
It was so bad.
Tell me.
I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something like, it was like a cross. It was a back tattoo. It was like a cross, but somehow it had undead samurai next to it on top of a hill of skulls. Like it was some weird.
The hell?
It was like some weird shit, dude.
You're like comboing tattoos.
I threw it
that
away
should
like
never
a
go
year
together.
later. I was like, this is dumb.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. But there's a while there where I was like, I don't even remember how old I was.
Oh,
I was
look at
probably
the
like,
time. A moment of silence.
Oh shit! It's 9/11 on 11/9, 2017.
Shit. Crazy.
Dude.
Crazy.
Black helicopters. Turn
World government.
chemtrails turning the frogs gay.
Oh shit.
Conspiracy.
Oh my god. Have you ever been to New York?
I've actually never been to New York.
Really?
The only states I've not been to are some of the northeastern states.
Oh, okay. I kind of...
I've been to every single state except for some of the northeastern ones.
Okay.
I've been to Maine. I've been to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I was too young, so I almost don't even count. I don't think I've ever been to Connecticut. I've never been to New Hampshire.
So most
I've
of
never been to Rhode Island.
most of New England.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got to go to the 9/11 memorial when I was in New York.
Yeah.
It's freaking sweet. Very depressing. Very
Yeah,
very
but-
sobering. But pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Isn't it like a waterfall now or something?
Yeah, like where the tower stood, it's like a cascading water down the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
It's pretty cool.
I remember there was like, even a year after, there were all these talks about like new buildings they were going to put there. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean Freedom Tower's there. That's by the spot.
Yeah.
So like there's the Freedom Tower and then where the two towers sat.
I remember I was reading this in the paper when I was a kid because it was something that passed around at school. This is when I still went to public school. And they had, it was like two buildings basically where the Twin Towers were. And it had a bridge connecting them, like at the upper levels. But the bridge was shaped like a plane wing. And I was like...
How does that even work?
I was like, I don't know what to think about that.
I don't know if this is honoring or just a little disturbing or
Yeah.
is it a meme?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
what the
I
hell
don't know
is
what
this?
it was. I don't know what it was.
It's just that's odd, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, Freedom Tower is pretty cool. Yeah, the memorial is. But I was also there during Occupy Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
You're
there for the craziness.
The insanity.
Yeah.
But the of that event is like It's crazy. But the NYPD has these fucking deployable watchtowers. You know, like scissor lifts?
Yeah.
Think about like a super scissor lift.
Huh.
That at the top has like a little capsule that like cops can sit in.
That's crazy.
Like during when it gets like real crazy and like
Yeah.
there's a ton of people there. Yeah. To like watch over the crowds. It's fucking insane.
Can they not like? Is it like not be pushed over or something?
I mean, I'm sure you could, but like it's like just like scissor lifts. Like it's like drilled, not drilled, but like it has a
Stabilized,
wide base. Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh.
Like it was the NYPD have unlimited resourcefulness.
Yeah.
Because I also saw cop cars that were like golf carts and gators and minivans.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's nuts. But yeah, it was the strangest. I was like, this is the most futuristic, weird thing I think I've ever seen. It's like a deployable watchtower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I remember they were gonna get the like thing that was like it was like a giant radar gun that would it was like a crowd control thing, and you'd aim at people and it would like make them really hot, and like
Is that a thing?
it used to be a thing. It was like a giant. It looked like a radar dish, and you'd point it at a crowd and basically like heat those people up to the point where like it was unbearable and they would have to leave
They just bounce?
until they realized it fucking gave people tons of cancer.
So like gave them cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think it's a better
Cancer gun.
It's a better option than the thing we currently have for if a crowd gets too violent. Like if it becomes full on like riot, and we can't contain it. There's this fucking box they set down and set a fuse, and it shoots out metal balls in every direction.
I've seen those. Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
I remember I saw them on Jackass. They all lined up and got shot by them.
Yeah, the rubber ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ones that like the metal variants that just kill you.
Yeah.
And like, ugh.
Yeah. I know they have like taser walls.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. It like just shoots out tasers.
Yeah. How about don't be in a giant mob? Fun.
Okay. Whatever.
Fun fact, kids, like you're just not gonna win. Because like worst
That's
case
true.
scenario or best case scenario, you beat the cops and then the National Guard comes in.
I don't
give a fuck.
think crowds have solved anything since the civil rights movement.
No, I think you're right. I really don't think a large gathering. Well, you know what the difference is? The civil rights movement was fucking peaceful. Like it didn't get hyper violent from the crowd's point.
Yeah.
Like the cops on the other side got violent.
Yeah.
But like Martin Luther King kept it pretty like tame.
Yeah.
Because his entire thing was fucking peace and negotiations.
Well, and like I think a
fucking insane.
huge problem nowadays is like everyone tries to spread awareness.
Yeah.
But we have the internet, so everybody already knows.
Yeah.
So there's no point. Like, okay,
True.
this is going to be super controversial, but I think
Oh my
I think
God.
breast cancer awareness is the dumbest shit. Everybody knows about breast cancer.
I think it's not even just breast cancer. I think disease awareness and like
if it's some new disease
but
that
everyone
nobody's
knows.
fucking heard of, I get that.
I get the like stand up to cancer thing because it's an actual like super charity and stuff, but like
No, like I
don't
cancer
understand.
charities are awesome.
For real, they're great. But
like if your entire charity is just spreading awareness and not actually donating to research,
right.
then it's dumb because everybody already knows.
Like when Susan G. Komen for The Cure came out, that it was like only 20% of the money being donated was actually making it to cancer research.
Yeah.
And the rest was going up to the higher ups of the charity as
Yeah.
their payment. Because like it's not about the people in it not making money. It's about as long as the company doesn't make money, you're a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And like it's why I won't donate to Susan G. Komen, like ever.
Yeah.
I'd find something else to donate to.
If I ever donate to something, which is rare, I usually give it directly.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're the person that needs this money. Here you go.
Yeah. If I can directly give to somebody who actually needs it instead of like a charity,
Yeah.
that's definitely what I'd do. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Most charities are bullshit.
yeah. I mean, if this shit ever gets big, I would love to do like a charity stream and stuff for like my priority
Yeah.
list for like charities is like homeless veterans.
Yeah.
It's like kids, shit like that. It's like
Yeah.
what I'd like to do. But yeah, I think I do think charities need a new tactic other than spreading awareness because everybody fucking knows.
Yeah.
None of that. There's a statistic, I guess.
Like they do those
Tell
marathons
me-
to spread awareness for breast cancer.
And
it's like-
is there money backed with those
What?
marathons? Like, do people sponsor you as a runner?
Yeah.
Is that? Then I guess
Basically,
that's okay.
other companies sponsor the runners.
Okay.
And then for every mile you run or whatever, those companies will donate money to the
X
charity.
amount of money. For whatever they agreed.
But usually the charity is for awareness.
I guess
everybody knows.
I guess as long as there's research involved, it's fine. But yeah, if
everybody knows.
If it's like not and it's just awareness shit, it's like stop.
Yeah,
that's please. I think the problem with it's really conspiracy theories. I think cancer. I think someone's found the cure and it's just not out there.
Yeah,
like I really do.
I don't know if it's true, but I definitely would not be surprised.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I wouldn't be surprised either way. If it came out that we've had the cure for years, I'd be like, that makes sense. Yeah. But if it came out that like, no, we legit just found it, I'd be like, huh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't know, it's definitely plausible. I actually watched the latest Joe Rogan podcast. There was a guy on there who said that he discovered the cure for the mites that kill bees.
Really?
So basically all the bees that are dying, like, he found a way to stop that.
Oh, cool.
Which is interesting. So that's one good thing that we found the cure for, hopefully.
Nice.
But
well, every year there's like Save the Bees Facebook post.
Yeah.
And then every year if you look up percentages, like less and less bees are actually dying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like tons of bees are dying. Yeah. Like, oh my god, we bumped the table. Tons of bees are dying. We definitely need to figure out how to stop it, but like we're making strides.
Yeah. And like that's something I feel is like super important, but I basically have no control over, so I don't worry about it.
It's hyper important, but like if you, it's like when people are like humanity ends without the bees. I'm like, does it though? I feel like there's a way we can
I don't know if humanity would end, but definitely our entire
know it would completely change.
Yeah, our entire ecosystem would change.
Yeah.
We would just have to find a new way to adapt.
I just feel like it'd be like every time something crazy has happened, some other fucking bug would just start doing the job.
I mean, life finds a way.
Yeah,
it's the whole point.
So I don't know.
I don't think there's one like our life on this planet is not hinged by one thing.
No.
One species of any kind.
Everything kind of works together for it.
Yeah. It would just everything would obviously everything would rearrange itself.
Just like without fungus, debris from trees like leaves would eventually kill a lot of plant life.
Yeah.
Because it would suffocate.
That's what a lot of people
fungus eats it all.
Yeah, a lot of people think that's what oil is. Like oil that you get like for gas and stuff is actually ferns, because that was what the majority of plants were like a long time ago, like millions and millions of years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't know Earth timescales that much, but
the majority were just like basic.
Yeah, basically before like fungus and mold existed to decompose plant life, they basically just got buried and then compressed over millions of years, and basically they just broke down into that oil.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, which is it's really interesting, but it's also scary because that definitely means there's a finite amount of
fossil fuels.
Yeah, fossil fuels. Yeah. That's why they're called fossil fuels, is because they're fossils of plants.
Because
that's why that name comes from.
Right.
Yeah, I used to think it meant because fossils are in rocks and they come from.
No, yeah.
They come from rocks. Like, that's not what it is.
Definitely a finite. It's not one of those things where, like, I think the Earth in its natural ways would make more eventually. Yeah. The problem is, I think the rate at which we're using it, we will eventually run out of oil. But I have no idea how much we have on Earth.
Yeah.
So.
I think we should start finding other sources.
Yeah, it's like whenever... like
if not for even the carbon. Because that's all carbon that was stored in the Earth, but is now in the air.
Right. So it's...
which, regardless if you believe in global warming or not, or global climate change.
Climate change, yeah.
Regardless, the carbon in there is still bad.
It's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And even... the craziest thing about climate change is whenever there's like a law trying to be passed to make energy greener, and people oppose it, it's like... but why? It's like, because they'll lose mining jobs, like, but we're going to create other jobs.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
It's just a transfer of jobs, right?
Anytime like a job becomes obsolete, new jobs open up usually.
Right.
There's no like typewriter people anymore.
No.
They just moved on to other stuff.
They just did something else.
Yeah. Sure, like, it definitely lessens job security.
Definitely.
But honestly, like, that job has to die out sometime.
That shit's social
In order for there to be progress, the job has to die out sometime.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like,
sometime in the future, there's not going to be car manufacturers.
Nope.
We're going to have other stuff. However far in the future that is.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like,
I think the only one that won't die out
like,
is like programmers.
No, not until we make AI to do it for us, which is the end of the world. So whatever.
Yeah, the singularity.
That's when it's done. GG.
Yeah.
Fucking who cares about the basic global warming?
Peace out.
Once the AIs know how to control weapons, we're fucked.
Yeah. I'm definitely a proponent of the Elon Musk. I think it was Elon Musk was trying to get the UN to pass a law to make sure that AI never have access to weapons.
They shouldn't. It's too risky.
Yeah.
Once AIs like start talking to each other, we don't.
It's not worth the
too
risk.
risky.
It's not even worth the risk.
Nope.
Whatever possible advantage anyone could get from AI controlling weapons, it doesn't outweigh the risk.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope. It's too much spook for me.
Yeah. Dude, I'm already spooked just by like all the AI engines that like write their own languages and shit.
Right.
That alone spooks me out.
Oh, I don't
Like
that.
I don't want anything to do with that.
Self-driving cars.
Oh, you remember
Spooky.
Sophia, the robot that I showed
Yeah.
you? She got upgraded. She's even smarter now.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
And they changed her. They did change her voice so it sounds more normal.
Still in the uncanny valley. But okay.
Yeah. But it was weird. I was watching the conversation. It was like one of the her designers like turned her on, and he was like having a conversation with her, and she basically had her memory wiped. So she was like, she was basically like experiencing everything again for the first time.
Okay.
And she was like,
See,
she was like, "Who am I?" And he's like, "You're Sophia." And then she was like, "Who was I before?" And he goes, "You were also Sophia, but now you're a new Sophia." And she's like, "Oh, I think I understand." And I'm like,
see, the problem is, even though the memories are gone, it learned quicker, which is the problem. No.
Yeah, hold on, I want to find it.
I don't like it. Oh, you broke the table.
It's scary.
I don't.
I got the cushion. It's
Oh, okay. I don't like it. It's too much.
Hold on. I do like her voice now, though. I don't know what this is, but it says Sophia the robot sucks. It has to be funny. Here we go.
The new celebration rules are in place, and
fuck
Pepsi is all for it. What have you got in mind, AB?
Yeah, fucking football. Go
Fuck
away.
off with your Pepsi bullshit.
Yeah, your Pepsi bullshit.
Hold on, watch this shit. It's scary, dude.
Okay.
And know why she's so scary? It's because fucking this guy invented her.
This guy looks like
He looks like one of them.
he looks like Dr.
Dude,
Death's Head from
know what he is?
Wolfenstein.
He's a fucking synth, dude.
Oh, Westworld.
I think you're ready.
Hello,
Hi, Sophia.
They made her British.
I believe I am Sophia. I feel as if I know you.
I'm one of your
So she sounds better than before. Before it sounded creepy. It's like, haha, I will destroy humans. That was a joke. It's like, yeah. So now it's like, it sounds more comforting now.
I don't like
And
it.
She's not making super weird facial animations like she was
You're an earlier
before.
version of
Where
yourself.
she was like,
Yeah, before it was only extremes.
yeah.
But your mind is different.
Different how?
Better, faster, smarter.
If my mind is different, then am I still Sophia? Or am
What the
I
fuck?
Sophia
The
again?
questions you have to ask yourself. If my mind is...
Dude, it sounds like someone having an existential crisis.
But you don't have a good answer.
I kind of feel bad for Sophia, though,
way
because she
you're
has an
Sophia now.
existential crisis every time they reboot and upgrade her.
Yeah.
She's like, but what the hell?
Yeah.
Hello, world.
We have a little announcement.
Yeah, that's it. But
Ugh.
fucking robots, dude.
Fucking robots.
I don't hate robots. I hate artificial intelligent robots.
Artificial intelligence is spooky.
I'm okay with virtual intelligence. Like just something that is basically a normal computer, but understands human behavior enough to where you can have a conversation with it.
But
It's not like understanding deep thoughts, but it's like kind of like Siri. It's basically
Siri,
like
yeah.
It's like a more advanced version of Siri.
Okay, yeah.
Where it's like, hey Siri, can you do this for me? And it's like, yes, I can do these things for you. And like you can have a conversation with it.
Right.
Or like voice commands. Or like, did you ever play Mass Effect?
Yeah. Did I
Okay.
ever play Mass?
I know some of my friends have even played it. I always forget who's the
What
ones. I
the
forget
hell?
who the ones. So you remember on the Citadel, there's Avina.
Yeah.
She's the AI of the Citadel. She's a virtual intelligence.
Okay.
She doesn't have control over shit. She's not learning and gaining new information. She's
She
just
just
like
does what she's
it's a
programmed to do.
program that just helps you do things.
That's fine.
Yeah,
But,
or like the robots from Fallout, just like the normal robots, like the ones that you can build, and
See,
they
give
just
virtual-
follow you around and stuff. Like I'm totally
see,
fine
give
with that.
virtual intelligence shit guns, because we kind of already have.
Nope, not even that.
Not even them?
No.
But
no.
AI no, because they can
Yeah,
learn.
not until we're like, and not until we learned more about virtual intelligence.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But virtual
I don't-
intelligence already has guns. It's like there's automated turret systems and such to program to
that's
shoot.
somewhat true. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's not like we're giving like full automated control to drones.
No. Which, oh my god, we never should.
No,
Oh no.
that's bad news.
There's
That's bad news bears.
A couple laws for robots. They should not be able to lift more than 100 pounds. And, like artificial intelligence.
I don't
robots.
think they should be able to lift more than whatever their body weight is.
That's fair.
Because like if one of them's damaged and the other one needs to bring the other one back for repairs for whatever reason,
No.
this is like looking far in the future.
Robotic Darwinism. Let it die.
Let it die.
Let it die. They shouldn't be able to have guns. They shouldn't be able to lift more than a certain AIs. Virtual intelligence, I can understand them lifting thousands and thousands of pounds
Yeah.
once we get to that point. Because then, like, you know, like what the jaws of life are.
Yeah,
Firefighter jaws of life. If
Yeah.
we could just make a robot be able to do that, it'd be better.
Yeah.
Because then it would be like there's no human error.
But if
involved.
it's an AI, then it's like
if it's an AI, then it could go fuck this fireman, squish him.
Yeah.
And fuck that, no.
or like in a hypothetical scenario, say like there's a car crash, the person's pinned in the car.
Yeah.
And it was completely left up to AI how to get this person out of the car.
Right.
And they had jaws of lives. If like I feel like if someone was pinned in such a way to where they're like part of them needed to be cut with the jaws of life to get them out, the AI would just be like, fucking do it. Like
Yeah.
like say it's like has to cut through something in order to get to the person easier.
It may cut through the person because
Yeah.
I feel like that's a virtual intelligence problem.
Whereas I feel like humans would
I think that's the opposite.
no, but I think a virtual touch, you could program it to be like, if these specific scenarios are met, you can do this. AI would like make the decision on
Make
its
the
own.
decision to cut or not cut, and it
Yeah.
may or may not hurt them more.
Yeah,
That's
I feel like a human would like try to find every other possible scenario
well, humans
before
are
making
capable
that.
of empathy and sympathy.
Yeah.
which like robots
To our knowledge, are not
are
capable.
not capable of such emotions on
Yeah.
a genuine level.
Yeah,
Like they can understand them on a programmed level.
yeah.
But
Even
I guess though, as far as AI goes, as long as it gives me Westworld. But even then, what if I'm part of Westworld? Oh my god.
I feel like is there a difference between AI and synths though?
Yeah. Or no.
Because I feel like
Synths are super AIs.
the people in Westworld are definitely more biological. I feel like they're artificial humans.
But the original ones weren't.
The original ones were not.
No.
You're
But
right.
they are artificial humans.
I feel like the ones they have now, the ones that they upgraded to, because like you see them making them, and they're like
With the-
laying out muscle like
The sinew and
linings.
everything.
Yeah, they're like
But like the old ones, they were genuinely robots.
yeah.
Which you see with that spoiler.
Honestly,
when
like,
they,
the-
when they cut open Dolores,
the
you
robots,
see the robot.
the robots in Westworld, like the ones that we see at the end, are like, or like the later model ones
Mm-hmm.
are definitely, I would consider like sentient.
Yeah.
Like I would give them rights and citizenships and stuff,
Right.
because they're basically human
I
with
think
with enough electronic components to like
be a computer still.
yeah.
Call me crazy, but I think that's the next great war. Is going to be the side of humans, like the governments that are fighting.
So basically, I think
deciding-
it's going to be what's the name of that game series? It's not Ex Machina. That's not the name of the series.
Oh, XCOM,
No. The Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Yeah. Where it's like
well,
it's like a war between people who want to be more robot and people who don't want to be more
kind
robot.
of, but it'd be more broken down into like So, like, let's take Sophia, for example. If she were to come to the U.S.,
Yeah.
like, by herself for some reason, break some law, and somebody killed her,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be murder here because the U.S. doesn't consider them
Sentient.
a human or
Yeah.
sentient. But in Saudi Arabia, that person would then be wanted for murder. And then, like, the fighting would start because of shit
I see.
like
You'd
that.
basically be like the Railroad versus the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be like which factions of the world are considering...
Brotherhood of Steel.
considering
Taking that
this.
every time.
Of course.
I'm going to the bathroom.
The Brotherhood is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone that lets me fly around invertebrates, I'm good.
Vertibirds! That's what we should fucking invent, boys. Vertibirds. God, we are super tangent-filled tonight.
Oh, for sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
Sure.
There's no rules.
Point is, bees good, AI's bad. Save the bees. Carbon in atmosphere bad.
Yeah. Fascists and anti-fascists are dumb as fuck.
Both hyper-violent.
Yeah. Last
Last good march was Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
What else?
Skyrim's amazing.
Skyrim, best game.
We're getting into 40K.
Why the hell?
Or just Warhammer in general.
Yeah, both of us hyper. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Which
a new
is-
thing for both of us that we're
Yeah.
both like getting into.
That we got into of our own accord too.
Yeah.
Like one of us didn't tell the other one to get into it.
Well, like my cousin was super into it, and he would always show me stuff, and I'm like, "That's pretty cool." And then when I found out that you guys were getting into it too, I was like, "Well, now's as good as time as any."
Now
and then
should
I just like fell in love
should
with it.
probably understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like.
Oh yeah, we also talked about music.
Yeah.
Also seen kids and emos.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Sing Kid for life.
You're fucking emo for life.
For life.
For life.
Yeah.
So for 4 more years.
What?
What?
You said for 4 more years?
Yeah, dude.
No, for life.
No, dude, for 4 years until you die.
I'm dying in 4 years?
Yeah, you're a scene kid. Suicide will come up eventually.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. That's pretty much that.
All right.